Most people think nuclear reactors are mysterious, dangerous machines. But the truth is, commercial nuclear reactors are some of the most engineered and carefully controlled systems ever built. And many of the things people believe about nuclear power are completely wrong. So here are 12 surprising facts about commercial nuclear reactors. Fact 1. Reactors can't explode like nuclear bombs. First, let's clear up the biggest myth. Commercial nuclear reactors cannot explode like nuclear bombs. Nuclear weapons require extremely highly enriched uranium and a very precise, rapid chain reaction. Commercial reactors use low-enriched uranium, and their fuel geometry physically prevents a bomb-like reaction. Even in severe accidents, the physics simply doesn't allow a nuclear detonation. Reactor safety systems are designed to slow or stop the chain reaction automatically if anything abnormal occurs. Fact 2. A tiny fuel pellet holds enormous energy. Nuclear fuel pellets are incredibly small. Each one is about the size of a fingertip, yet it contains an enormous amount of energy. One uranium fuel pellet produces about the same amount of energy as 1 ton of coal, 150 gallons of oil, or 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas. That's why nuclear plants can run for months with relatively small amounts of fuel. The energy density of nuclear fuel is thousands of times higher than fossil fuels. Fact 3. Reactors run for nearly 2 years without refueling. Most commercial reactors operate for 18 to 24 months continuously before refueling. During that entire time, the reactor produces electricity 24 hours a day. When refueling occurs, only about 1/3 of the fuel assemblies are replaced. The rest stay in the reactor because they still contain usable energy. This long operating cycle is one reason nuclear plants are known for their reliability. Fact 4. Nuclear produces about 20% of U.S. electricity. Even though there are relatively few nuclear plants compared to other power sources, they produce a massive amount of electricity. In the United States, nuclear power provides roughly 20% of all electricity. And in some states, nuclear plants produce over half of the grid's power. Because reactors run almost continuously, they produce more electricity than many intermittent sources. Fact 5. Nuclear plants use the same basic technology as other power plants. Here's something that surprises many people. The turbine that generates electricity at a nuclear plant is almost identical to the turbines used in coal or natural gas plants. The difference is simply how the heat is created. In fossil plants, fuel is burned. In nuclear plants, atoms are split, generating heat that turns water into steam. That steam spins a turbine generator, which produces electricity. Fact 6. The concrete dome is a massive safety structure. That large concrete dome you see at nuclear plants is called the containment building. Its purpose is simple: keep radioactive material inside the plant. Containment structures are extremely strong. They are typically several feet thick, reinforced with steel, and designed to withstand earthquakes, extreme weather, and even aircraft impacts. Containment is just one of multiple layers of safety built into nuclear facilities. Fact 7. Nuclear plants are the most reliable energy source. One of the most important metrics in power generation is called capacity factor. Capacity factor measures how often a plant is actually producing electricity compared to its maximum potential. In the United States, nuclear plants operate more than 90% of the time. That is higher than any other major electricity source. Wind and solar are important energy sources, but they depend on weather conditions. Nuclear reactors provide steady, around-the-clock power. Fact 8. Used nuclear fuel still contains huge energy. When fuel assemblies are removed from a reactor, they still contain a large amount of potential energy. In fact, more than 90% of the original energy can remain in the fuel. Some countries recycle this used fuel to extract additional energy. Advanced reactor designs are also being developed that can use this remaining energy much more efficiently. Fact 9. Nuclear power produces almost no carbon emissions. Unlike coal or natural gas plants, nuclear reactors do not burn fuel. Instead, they produce heat through nuclear fission. Because there is no combustion, nuclear plants produce almost zero carbon dioxide during operation. That makes nuclear energy one of the largest sources of carbon-free electricity in the world. Many climate scientists consider nuclear energy essential for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Fact 10. There are hundreds of nuclear reactors worldwide. Nuclear power is used all over the world. Today, there are about 440 commercial nuclear reactors operating globally. Countries like the United States, France, China, and South Korea rely heavily on nuclear power, and dozens of additional reactors are currently under construction. Fact 11. Control rods. Regulate the chain reaction. Inside the reactor core, operators control the nuclear chain reaction using control rods. These rods are made from materials that absorb neutrons, such as boron, cadmium, and hafnium. When the rods are inserted deeper into the reactor core, they slow or stop the chain reaction. When they are withdrawn, the reaction increases. This allows operators to carefully control the reactor's power output. Fact 12. Most reactors use one of two designs. Most commercial nuclear reactors fall into two categories: pressurized water reactors, called PWRs, or boiling water reactors, called BWRs. Both designs use nuclear fission to heat water and create steam that drives turbines. The difference is where the steam is produced. In pressurized water reactors, steam is created in a secondary loop. In boiling water reactors, the steam is produced directly in the reactor vessel. Both designs have been used safely for decades. Nuclear reactors may seem mysterious, but the basic idea is actually simple. Split atoms, create heat, make steam, spin a turbine, generate electricity. And despite the misconceptions, nuclear energy remains one of the most reliable and powerful sources of electricity ever developed. If you enjoyed these facts, subscribe for more short explainers about science, energy, and technology, because sometimes the most fascinating things in the world are hiding in plain sight.